if she offers to split the bill on a date, can I accept? No. No, I don't think you should. I don't think you should. I think on the first date or the second date, I think you should pay. I'm pretty like staunch in that opinion of that like guys should pay on the first and second date. And I also think for that reason, like you shouldn't go or you don't need to go on like a dinner date or like splash out on a first date. I think drinks, or if you don't drink, like coffee or a walk or like some sort of, maybe not a walk, but like something activity like coffee's great. I'm just going to use drinks and coffee. I'm going to stop trying to think of a third one. That's why I think those are really good first dates, because they're not that expensive and they can be as expensive as you want them to be. Like drinks dates aren't that expensive. Yes, drinks are expensive. It costs a lot to go out on a date, but like it's way cheaper than doing a whole meal. Plus, like it gives everybody kind of an out. Like it's only like an hour-ish if you want it to be. It can be even shorter. It can be much longer. You can get a second drink, and you can really assess the vibe if it's drinks. And I think you should be paying on the first date. Like I just think it's one of the stereotypical things that guys should do. Like it's a kind of a societal norm that guys pay. Yes, like she'll probably reach for her wallet and be like, I'm happy to split. And you'd be like, no, like, especially if you really like her, I think you should, because I think it's a good sign that like you're into her and you want to pay for her drinks. Like, and like if she reaches for her wallet, I don't think you should be like, yeah, like that sounds good. Because then she'll be like, oh, like he didn't like me. And for whatever reason, there is like, that is a thing that happens. Like if you say yes to splitting the bill, I think that she will not think you're into her. And you want her to think you're into her because you probably are if you're going on a date with her or a second date. I think maybe on the fourth-ish date, you can start splitting or start like, I think on the third or fourth date, you can maybe start splitting or start kind of like you pay for one thing, you pay for the first round, she pays for the next. I think there's like a comfortability that develops with dating, like by the third and fourth date, that like she's like, no, I'm gonna pay for the next one, and you're kind of like, okay, like that sounds nice, like thanks. But I think for the most part, like if she's offering to split the bill, that's just like a courteous thing that people do on dates. They like pretend to reach for the wallet, or like, oh, like let me open my purse and like blah blah. Here's my little poo here. You can have here. Please accept my penance. But it's like they're not really offering. Like they're just doing the gesture because they're supposed to do the gesture. They want you to pay for the first date. For the most part, I think girls want the guy to pay for the first date and the second date. Like it's the right thing to do, especially if you ask them out. Like if you ask somebody out on a date, let's like get rid of all the other shit. Like if you ask them out, I think you should pay. If you ask them out for the second one, you should pay. If you're, maybe this is like a good rule of thumb that I just thought of in the moment. Like if you're getting to the point on dates where you're scheduling them together, or she's offering a date, or she's like, hey, let's do this thing, maybe then it's okay for her to pay, or it's okay to split for that date. But if you're offering, or you're asking her on the date and you're proposing like, hey, how's Thursday at 8 for drinks, and you're picking the place, like you should pay. I think that's a pretty fair rule. Like if you're asking her on the date, if you're proposing the place to go, like that's because it's a place you wanted to go to, then you should pay. I actually like that rule. I think that should be like I think that's a really good kind of guiding principle for dating. I wish I thought of this earlier, but I guess it's like better late than never, better now than ever. If you're asking somebody on a date, you should pay. And if you're picking the place, you should pay. I think it's as simple as that. Like, I don't think you should overcomplicate it much more than that. And if she's offering to pay or offering to split, I don't think you should accept early on in dating. I think it's a good sign that to her that you're interested, that you want to keep exploring dating with her and exploring dating with her, going on more dates with her. Like, I just think it's a sign that you're into her if you pay. And I think girls like that.